Hi, my name is Wamboi Kamogo. Welcome to another episode of Badilisha Story. Today we are going to meet a couple that basically does everything together. A couple that invests together, a couple that has a story just about them. So karibuni sana. Let's get to hear more from them. Mr. and Mrs. Maingi, thank you very much for having me today. Thank you kwa kutoa vitu zenyu zote za leo mkachukua time yenu kukuja hapa. I'm really appreciative. So nataka tuanze by you guys introducing yourselves. Tuambie more about yourselves. Yeah.
Good. I start?
Yeah.
Ladies first.
Okay. Mi naitwa Mrs. Emily Ngonyo Maige. Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. Amen.
Amen.
My name's Stephen Maingi.
Yes.
I'm born again. This is Mrs. Maingi.
Who are you to each other?
We are one and I.
Okay.
A nice family.
How long have you been married for?
We've been married for like 37 years.
Wow.
Yes, 37
Close
years.
to 40.
Close to 40. Close to 40.
Close to 40. Call it. Yeah. We have 3 kids.
Okay.
They are all adults.
Yeah.
In fact, all of them have only 2 of them have families.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are grown-ups.
So
Yeah.
it means kuna wajukuu mahali pia.
Kuna wajukuu.
Yeah, that's
Wajukuu
nice.
wako. We thank God.
Yes.
Wajukuu wako.
So for today nataka mtuelezee about your property and land investment journey. Mahali mlianzia, ni wapi kabisa ndo mlianzia? Ukasema hii ndo ya kwanza tutanunua, kama ni shamba, kama ni nyumba, ni wapi mlianzia na property investment?
Investment journey yetu. Acha mzee akubuke, ndio nakubukanga tulianzia wapi.
Yeah.
Because it's a memorable investment. We always sit and remember.
Oh, wow.
But let him talk about it. Tulianza aje? The first plot.
Okay.
While in Nairobi, yeah.
Okay, mwanzo ningetaka kusalimia watazamaji na niseme mko karibu sana kwa hii interview ya hii tunafanya leo Badilisha Story. Na niseme kitu yetu ya kwanza ama plot yetu ya kwanza tulinunua quite a while ago, over 30 years ago.
Okay.
Na niseme ilikuwa Kahawa West. Ile tulinunua kwanza. The plot was going cash. Wakati huo ilikuwa inaenda for 15,000. Lakini we didn't have the 15,000. We ended up paying 23,000. The reason being that hatukuwa na hiyo pesa.
At that time.
Ile tulikuwa tunaambiwa tuwekelea kwanza, tuliwekelea 3,000. So the other one tukalipa pole and it took us a whole year.
So walikuwa hiyo 15,000 walikuwa wanataka cash.
Tungelipa 15,000. Wale watu walikuwa na 15,000 wakati ule walikuwa wanalipa 15. For us, kwa sababu hatukuwa na uwezo, tukaanza na the depositing ya 3,000. Alafu hiyo ingine tukalipa pole. So it took us a whole year.
Okay. Took us a whole year.
What made you
to finish the 20,000?
That's a long time. What made you want kuchukua mkasema hata this whole year tutaiweka, tutanunua shamba or this plot? Ni nini iliwa inspire sana
the challenges, I was saying the challenges we were having there were just the basic challenges za rent, the basic necessities za rent. Tukaona kulipa rent haikuwa rahisi kwa sababu at that time we were the house we were staying, I think we were paying 700 shillings for rent. And it was also not easy to come up with the 700 shillings.
It wasn't easy.
It was not easy. So those the money that we had put, tulikuwa tuna save kidogo ilikuwa imefika 3,000. So sasa ndio because of those challenges za kukua ati tunachukua ile pesa tumeweka kando, tunakuja kulipa rent, ndio ilitusukuma tukaona we have to sacrifice more so that at least we can be able to start buying that plot.
Over that 1 year, let me ask, over that 1 year mnalipa rent, mko na watoto probably, mnalipa shamba huko, remember every month lazima mlipe shamba. Ni nini, what sacrifices mlifanya? Kuna vitu labda mlihave ku cut down, nasema ukaambia mama kuna kukula nyama sasa hii mwaka yote. What are some of the sacrifices mlifanya?
Ndio tupate hiyo plot, our first plot, and especially it is within Nairobi. Actually it was 40 by 80 or 40 by 80. Siku hizo zilikuwa zinakata 40 by 60, 40 by 80. You know, siku hizi wanakata 50 by 100. Now that first plot tulikuwa tuko na shida mingi sana. In fact, our first born was in class 3 and the second born was in class was going to class 1. Majirani walikuwa wameanza kupeleka watoto kwa tu academy, tulikuwa tumeanza. Na sisi tukaona tukipeleka hawa watoto academy hatutaweza kulipia academy na tuende kuanza kulipia hii shamba
na rent.
And again I was not employed, he was on employment. Pesa itapatikana every month. Na tuko na rent. Tukaona tujisacrifice, tuabie watoto wataenda shule ya City Council na wasomee huko, na sisi we had to take them there ndio tuweze ku achieve this first investment, kwa sababu tulikuwa tumefinyika sana na kulipa rent sana. Ilikuwa inafika mwisho wa mwezi una imagine utapeana 700 na bado kule unagojewa upeleke pesa ya kulipa plot. Watoto nao ndio wao wameanza shule, one is in class 3, the other one is in class 1. It was a great sacrifice. Tukajifinya kabisa ndio tuweze kulipa hiyo plot pore. In fact it took us a whole year. Hata kuna mwezi ilikuwa inafika atupeleki kitu kwa sababu tumefinyika sana. So lakini tulikuwa tunaenda tunaongea na wale watu walikuwa wanatuuzia, wanatuambia naye ikijiongezea mnaenda mkiongezea. So we really wanted to come out of rentals so that at least at one time we would want to be settled in our house. So we sacrificed ourselves quite a lot. Quite a lot. Even kwa kukula kwa nyumba haikuwa tu kawaida. We had to really strain. No, not just the obvious. Ni what is available. Ndio tuweze kusave, tupeleke ya kununua hiyo plot.
So probably at that time watoto hawakuwa understand kwa nini tunapitia. But baadaye they catch up, wali understand. How did they appreciate that process?
Wakati wao hawakuwa wanaelewa, sisi ndio tulikuwa tunaelewa kile tunapitia ama kile tunataka kuachieve. Lakini baadaye when our son was in class 7, class 8 hapo walianza kuona, because at that time before afike class 7 tulikuwa tushamaliza kununua hiyo plot. Tukajipanga tena miaka ingine 3 tukasave tukaanza kujenga. So walianza kurealize we are in our own house. Wakati tulianza walikuwa kila wakati wanasema mama, watu wanahama, si tuhame. So kwa nini sisi hatuhami? I'm telling you, both of them, they were really asking, sisi mami tuhame. Hawakujua tuwezi hama kwa sababu hatuna mahali ya kuhamia. Na tungeweza kuhama tuende kwa rento ingine, kwa sababu tukienda kwa rento ingine tutaitishwa deposit. So we really stayed in that one rento, tukakaa kabisa mpaka tukajenga nyumba yetu. Na tukaingia nyumba yetu. Na wakati tuliingia hiyo nyumba yetu, tuliingia kama haijamalizika. It's good to tell you and to tell people, kwa sababu watu hutoka habari. Ile nyumba tulienda tukajenga ya 2 bedroom katika hiyo plot tulinunua. Tuli manage kuijenga in around 6 months or so. Lakini because we are really pushed again, tuko na rent na tuko na mjengo pale. Tuliingia kama haina madirisha. We were hanging curtains and cartons and cartons ndio kuzuia ndio tuingie. So it's a big sacrifice. Lazima watu wanatoka habari. Hata kwa floor ilikuwa imewekwa floor, lakini ilikuwa haijakauka. Why? Tugehama lazima, kwa sababu tukigoja ikauke kule rent tutabiwa tulipe. So tulikuwa na challenges mingi kabisa. But later hata watoto walirealize when they were going in form 1 or class 7 8 tukienda form 1 walikuwa wameanza kujua what we are going through. And we decided, me and my husband, lazima tuweke bidii kabisa. Na we sacrificed a lot.
Sasa unaona that time ndo mlianza kuintroduce culture ya kununua ploti, kununua shamba, real estate kwa watoto. At least pia watoto wakaanza kuunderstand that you need to sacrifice yourself ndo uweze kupata kitu.
Exactly.
Ndo muamue kabisa mnataka kutoka, despite the fact that mlikuwa, unajua kuna wengine wangesema to relax tu. Haina haja, hakuna mbio ya maisha. Tunaweza vumilia tukaekae, tutafanya hizi vitu, watoto wamekuwa wakubwa. Despite the sacrifices mlifanya, ni nini kabisa ilikuwa inawapush? Kwa sababu pia wewe kama mama ungesema ai huyu mzee hapana, kwa sababu kwa nini hakuridhi ya familia? Ni nini hiyo iliwapush mkataka kuchange hiyo?
Hebu sema hiyo. Kuchejia like
change culture, ile
culture ya kuketi tu
kungoja.
Now maybe what I would say is that we have, both of me and my wife, we have come from very humble families, from very peasant, wacha tuseme. Our parents were not financially strong.
No, they weren't that strong.
And you see, we didn't have a place, yani hatungetaka kurudi tena kwa wazazi. Tuende tukaanze, ama tuende huko tuseme tutakaa nyumbani, tuwe tunatoka kule tukikuja kutafuta huku. Tulisema tu ni vizuri tujaribu tujisacrifice the way she is saying, so that we can move from that culture ya kudepend on the parents, and we become our own. We become independent.
Break your cycle.
Your cycle. And God has been kind. God has been kind. We were able to do it with those small steps. We have seen God.
And so right now, Mom, you feel feel a lot of pride.
As a family, me myself as a lady, as a mother, as a family with my husband, we feel good. What we sacrificed at first, we enjoy it today. Because even after buying the first plot and putting a house and again shifting into our own house, again we realized it is always good to invest. So from that time, for about the last 20-25 years, we've been, hata tukisikia kaprot kako pahari, tunaenda tunaingia huko tunanunua. Because we realized investing and especially on land, it is always the best investment because land add values.
Sure.
So tulikuwa tunaenda tunanunua kaproti na tuchukua miezi 6, mwaka moja, we achieve another one. So until we also became landlords. Because we went on buying plots one after another. And then we want to build, we sell one, we sell two, and then we put up another. Like that is how we went on.
You've said you moved from one plot to another, one shamba to another. Was it just his source of income? You said Ali alikuwa employed. Were you using only that source of income peke yake ama what nini ilikuja katikati?
Okay. By the time now we started buying these other plots and paying in installments slowly, I had started the business. I had started because I was not working at that when we were buying the first plots. We had already started the business called Emma Uniform. I had trained to stitch clothes. I trained for 6 months. And after training for 6 months, then my husband bought me a machine, one machine, and we had to rent a stall, the City Council stalls, one stall there at the City Council stalls. So he bought me a machine, and my uniform started in also a very, in a very small way, because we just started with the machine is there. The stall has been paid for, and then a few of materials, 2 to 3, not more than 10 meters of materials. And that is how we started now my uniform. I started stitching uniforms because niliona katika ile estate tulikuwa tunakaa kulikuwa kuna shida ya uniforms.
I wanted to ask why uniforms?
Why uniforms? Nilionelea because even when we were buying for my children, tungekuwa lazima tuende town tutafute my uniforms. So within the estate there was no person who was doing uniforms. So I started doing the uniforms kidogo kidogo, moja biri. Wamama katika hiyo soko wakajua ninashona uniforms, so they could come and take measures for their children's uniforms. Tukaanza hivyo tu pore pore in a stall. And later the uniform stall grew big. And that is why now when we could want to invest for the plots, by the end of the month he had a salary. Now within every other day I'm getting small money like that in the stall. I was stitching uniforms. So we were able, his money now ikikuja Giritano inaenda yote kwa plots.
At least you can be able to
we will be able to balance because I would cater for the family and the school fee ilikuwa kidogo kidogo kwa City Council, haikuwa mingi. So his salary, we were able to use his salary for the investment. And then my uniform business would maintain the family.
Maintain the family, at least comfortable.
Yes,
family
comfortable.
Wasilalamike tena kama mbeleni.
We were comfortable that time because we are not paying rent. Remember, we had moved from the rental now to our own house.
So right now you're just growing yourself.
And we were able to finish our house. Tukaweka the windows. Tukaweka plaster. And then we were able to, that time it was good. Kids are growing now. We were in our own house. We were happy. So we went on doing the uniform business. It started from small, but it grew big because we were able to search for businesses within the schools allowed. The head teachers trusted that we are doing the best uniform. So they would send parent and the student to our shop. So we talked like to 3 City Council schools. So job ikakuja mingi. Ikakuja, we bought the second machine, we bought the third, we bought the fourth.
Now started
I became an employer.
Just like that you created employment.
Because we had like 3, 4, 5 foodies na kama watu 2, 3 wa mkono. So we had to stitch uniform in a big way, because you had to supply for 3 or 4 schools allowed. And now they were able to be picking the uniform from our shop instead of going to town. So the Emma uniform grew from there to a big
To now the
uniform
Emma uniforms we know
distributors.
today.
Today is a distributor.
Yeah.
Today is a big uniform distributor. We
uniform
distribute
distributor.
uniform into many
many
schools
schools.
outside Nairobi.
So many retailers
Mombasa.
huko nje.
Yeah, we
they
are
know
retailing and we
Yes.
now retail and we do wholesale.
Wholesale,
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
There's something umesema hapo that I really want to know about. When Emma uniform was growing, you must have had very good sales and marketing skills. Who was doing your marketing?
Okay, ndio Emma uniform igro big. My husband stopped the employment worker, but he was in sales. He was in insurance, and now he had to resign over there, come to a family business and do the marketing. So kufaulu kwa Emma uniforms it's because of him. Let him tell you how he started doing the marketing. Yeah, because he was,
so he was doing this.
He was the person in the marketing.
I will still go back and say God has been kind.
Yeah.
As I said during the beginning, when we were starting this interview, we realized that the Emma uniforms was growing and it needed somebody to back it up. And when we looked around, we sat down. We usually discuss things in my family. So we had a meeting with my children and my wife before I left the work. I left work where I was working. I was working with an insurance company, and I was in marketing. I was doing sales, and after discussing, because you see, tulikuwa tumezoea pesa ya kutoka kwangu kwa my employment. Yes. Sasa stop. Itaisha. So we had to sit down and discuss the same. Yeah. Lakini wakanikubalia nikaacha sasa kazi nikakuja nikajoin the uniform business. Yeah. So kukuja sasa mimi nikaingia pande ya marketing na naye akawa mambo ya production. So that is how I left my employment and came and joined the business that my wife had started. Yeah.
And we should also tell the viewers, you have taken sales and marketing to another level, because mulitoka not just production of uniforms, you went to somewhere else, somewhere that touches lives of so many other people. Yes. Tell us about that. I don't want to be the one to tell people.
Okay, about this other investment business, because in the uniform, when he came in and supported the marketing department, the Emma uniform was big. We could sell uniform to many schools and even outside Nairobi. So we had, that time we had good money. And then still that time we started investing on land.
So you invested further?
We still went on investing on, when we get money from the uniform, we invest on land. So tukaendea tukanunua wacha tuseme tulinunua shamba kubwa, sasa hatukununua kaplot kadogo. We bought 5 acres. After 3 to 6 months, we bought another 5 acres. And then we thought, because we have 2 parcels of land, and we had already gotten the title, we thought now we should start this property business. So the Emmaus Properties, yani ilizaliwa na Emma uniforms. So my uniforms ndio ilinunua the first project that Emmaus Properties started. So the first project for the Emmaus Properties was within the 5 acres. So those 5 acres, we decided now we can do the property. We registered the company, and after registered the company,
that is how Emmaus Properties was born.
Yes, it was born from the Emma Uniform distributors. Yeah. So we registered the Emmaus Properties, and then we rented an office, and then we started the Emmaus Affordable Homes and Property business.
If it was another person, wangekwamia hapo uniform, Emma uniform. But because you had seen what property investment, property ownership can do to somebody, how much it can change somebody's life, that is what inspired you to start Emmaus Properties. Kwa sababu mlikuwa mmeona hiyo through yourself, through your own life.
Ile sababu kubwa tuliona tuanze Emmaus Affordable Homes and Property business. First is for us as a business, because we could afford a big lot. Then the second thing is to let also other people to start owning land. Because of the way we suffered when we bought our first plot and the second plot, we knew now we wanted to assist people to start buying land in an affordable way. That is why we call it affordable homes and properties. We say our plots are affordable because we allow people to start owning land in an easy way. So we have in an affordable way. And we have introduced a 3 months payment plan, a 6 months, 1 year. So that is how the Emmaus is now going. It's going in the right direction, because we are getting people who can be able to buy cash, people who can be able to buy in a longer payment plan. And especially that is the one which tumewekelea kipaumbele. Iya wale watu wadogo hawawezi tu kulipa shamba mara moja. Diposa unaona tukisema we have affordable plots, affordable housing, ndio tunawakubalisha wakikuja, they just register with us and we give them a good payment plan, an affordable one, vile wataweza ku-afford, ku-achieve their investment plan. Pia wao waweze kujipatia kitu.
Yes. So what would be your advice kwa young families na the young generation in general?
Thank you so much. Vile ningetaka kusema kwa wale young people wa vijana, couples, ni kuwa wasituangalie kama very special people. It's only that we have been given that Mungu ametupatia chance ya kuserve watu, and you can also become like us, because we started on a very humble ground, and what it is that if you save through buying land, there is no way you are going to lose. It will always appreciate. So ningetaka tu kusema watu young, watu wale wako na familia, wale wako single, please start something that is going to get you a plot, because land is always appreciating. It doesn't depreciate. Have I answered your question?
Very well.
Okay.
Very well. Yes.
Maybe to add on that, vile ningetaka ku-advise families, especially families. You know, when you have families is when you start thinking, we don't just need to stay in a rental, we need to own ourselves a plot or a house. it is your togetherness, yeah, sharing, yeah, thinking as a family or planning as a family, ndio mnaweza kujipanga. Na nataka kuambia hakuna pesa kidogo na hakuna pesa mingi. Ile pesa kila mtu anapata ni nzuri ya kujipanga. So it's always a sacrifice. So as young families, mukiongea as a family, plan together and then start it together. It is never too small or too big. Ukiwa nao vijana wadogo, bado tunataka kuambia it is possible. We started our investment journey when we were less than 30 years. So young families, young youth, men and women there, ni vizuri kuanza investment. Na kile unapata ndio unaweza kuanza kusave. Bora unajipa mpango, ukisikia kuna pahali ka product kanauzwa, just don't fear. Even if the money looks so much or so big of which you may not be able, tu ulize. You never know. They would allow you, like the way we allow people to come to us as Emmaus Properties. They just put a 10% deposit and then the other payment tunaenda pole. Kwa hivyo naambia wasiogope kuinvest. Investment start with a plan. When you have that plan and an idea and a goal, unaanza tu na ile kidogo iko. You save for tomorrow. Because whatever you are doing today or you are investing today, it is going to be very precious to you and your family tomorrow. Yes.
From me and my guest, Mr. and Mrs. Maingi, Badilisha
Badilisha
Story,
Story,
invest
invest
na
na
Emmaus.
Emmaus.